What's up, everybody? It's Andrew Cuts here. In this video, I'm doing a mid to high fade. This was a cut that I did for the self-cut quarantine challenge on Instagram. So as you can see, I have COVID-19 written in my hair. And the reason I did that was I just wanted to bring a little bit more attention to my submission. If you don't follow me on Instagram already, definitely go follow me, check that video out. I tend to put out a lot of self-cut videos on my Instagram, and they're basically just condensed versions, so definitely go check that out, show some love on my page, and I'll keep putting out some good content for you guys. But to start off this haircut, the first thing I did was I got my Enyer Slimline Pros and I made my bald guideline all the way around my head, and then I came in with my clipper all the way open with no guard on and just went up about an inch and a half. And now I'm coming in with my one closed, and I'm going up about a half inch, creating that soft line in between where we came in with the no guard open and the one closed. And now we're just taking that soft line out with our half guard with the lever all the way closed. And as you can see, I'm going in circular motions. This is a really good technique, especially if you're working with hair that kind of grows in all different directions. I know my hair can kind of tend to do that sometimes, so especially it depends on how you slept on it and stuff like that. Can kind of cause the hair to shift to weird positions, so that's why you want to go with those circular motions. But now I got my 2 guard on. I'm pretty much just going straight up about an inch and a half. Now I'm opening the lever up and just going up a little bit higher, trying to blend it into the top as much as I can. So now I'm going to start working out that line there. I got my 1.5 guard with the lever closed, just flicking at that line. As you can see, it's almost taking it out, but there's still a subtle line. We're going to come in with our one open and just take out that line. So here we got our number 1 open on. I pointed out that line there, and we're just flicking at this line and just trying to take it out the rest of the way. So I'm thinking of doing a shorter video of this cut, because I know some people like to have these tutorials where I give an explanation of what I'm doing, but some people like the straight, short, to the point ones. So I think I'll make a shorter video of this exact cut, but it would only be like 4 or 5 minutes, just right to the point. It would have the guards I'm using on the screen, and it just would be shorter for the people who don't like these longer videos. So let me know in the comments what you guys think of that idea. But anyway, I got my no guard lever all the way closed, and we're just working at that bottom line. So I flicked at it with the lever closed. Now I opened up to about 1/4 of the way, just having a soft hand, trying not to dig in. See, I'm working those circular motions. Now I'm opening up to about halfway and just blending everything out the rest of the way. And as you can see there's still a subtle line, so we're coming in with our trimmers, just having a real light hand, using our corners, and just trying to break up that bottom line. The bottom line is is a thing that a lot of people struggle with, so if you can't get it out with your clippers, don't worry. That's why you have your trimmers and your foils. You just want to come in and have a light hand and just work out that line. Last thing you want to do is dig into the skin and then end up pushing your fade up. So now we got that line blended out. We're going to come with our shavers and just hit the very, very bottom of our fade. You want to make sure you're not going up too high with the shavers. I know that was a mistake I made when I was first learning to fade. You tend to go all the way up to where the fade starts to get dark, but really you want to keep it kind of low, keep it below the guideline that you originally set in with your trimmers. So now I got my straight razor. I'm just kind of cleaning up my edges, trying to make the lines as sharp as possible. So here I'm just cutting the top of my hair. I've had a ton of people ask me to make a video on how I cut the top, but to be completely honest with you guys, I really don't feel like I'm good enough at it yet to make a video on it. I really kind of wear my hair just textured and choppy, so I'm not really too concerned about getting it perfect. When I cut my top, I'm just literally just trying to shorten everything up, and I'm not really worried about making it perfect. So I just don't feel like I'm good enough at it yet to make a video for you guys. And the other thing is it's really hard for me to film a good shot of what I'm doing. But basically all I do is I just pull the hair straight up using just my fingers, and I make a cut down the center of my head, and then I just match both sides up with that cut I make down the center. And as you can see, I didn't use scissors, which when you're cutting hair on the top, you usually use scissors. But I found that it's a lot easier to make the cuts with clippers, just because it's almost impossible to use scissors, especially on yourself when you're working in the mirror. So that's why I use the clippers. But I promise, the better I get with it, the more precise I can get with it. And honestly, once I just can figure out the easiest way to show you guys and just the most efficient way to do it, I will be making a video on it at some point. But I just don't feel like I'm ready to put something out if it's not going to be, high quality. So anyway, now I'm just setting in that design in my beard and in my hair. As you can see, I kept a little island of my hair behind my ear there. So the design, you can see it runs back into right behind my ear, and I'm just trying to get those lines as symmetrical as possible. This was a design that I found on Instagram, so I was really excited to give it a try. It was something that I'd never really done before. So I thought it turned out pretty good. I think I made the lines in the beard a little bit too thick, so if I was going to do it again, I would definitely try to make those lines a little bit thinner. But let me know what you guys think once you see the finished product. But here I'm just fading the other side of my head, and I'm going to stop talking and just let you guys follow along with these steps. And real quick, when you're cutting your own hair, if you're cutting somebody else's hair, you want to keep in mind that whatever guard you use, whatever the highest guard you use is, that's the guard you want to just go straight up with. And by going straight up, what you're doing is you're blending the hair on the sides into the top. So anything that hangs over the ridge of your hair, or the ridge of your head, I should say, by going straight up is going to cut off all that hangover. So you really just want to make sure you really over-exaggerate that step, literally go straight up as if your head was a box, and that's just going to help everything blend into the top. So now that we got everything blended out for the most part, I'm just going back and working on this design. Where I really ran into trouble was I focused too far in on really precise details with this design, and what I ended up doing was I made the lines way too thick for my liking, especially in the beard. So I was really focused on trying to get them as symmetrical as possible, and I just got too honed in on the smallest details instead of taking a step back and looking at the whole thing in total. So that's something you can really run into trouble with, whether you're learning to cut hair, doing it for the first time, or you've been cutting a long time. I know sometimes that's something I struggle with, just focusing in too much and trying to make every little detail too perfect can actually end up causing other problems. So it's really important just to take a step back, look away for a second, and then come back to things and just focus on the whole picture. I find when I do that, my fades, my designs, everything just comes out a lot better. So that was the big mistake that I made with this design. The beard lines came out way too thick for my liking. So let me know what you guys think of it. I think it still turned out pretty decent, but if I was going to do it again, I would definitely make those beard lines a little bit thinner. And I was really hesitant to even put this video out, just because I don't really like to put out videos that are long. I appreciate when videos are short and straight to the point, but I've had a lot of people commenting that they want to see the full haircut. They want to see the back, the sides, both sides I should say, and they want in-depth description of what I'm doing. So that's why this video is longer than what I typically would like it to be. But at the end of the day, it's whatever you guys want. If you want longer, more in-depth tutorials, I can do that. If you want shorter ones, I'm fine with doing that as well. So now I got my shaver. I'm just lightly tapping at that bottom line, and as you can see, I'm going in a downward motion with it. That's a good little trick for taking out that bottom line. If you're having trouble with that, definitely use the foil shaver to just go downward on that bottom line. And if you don't have a shaver, you don't really need to get a real expensive one like I'm using. You can find them pretty cheap. I know the first one that I ever used, I got it like Marshall's for like $7. So you can find them cheap online, probably at Walmart, Marshall's, places like that. I'm not really sure, what stores are even open right now, but you could definitely probably find a cheap one online that'll do the job. And I've had a lot of people hit me up on Instagram. They've sent me their self-cuts that they're doing, because I know a lot of people are cutting their hair for the first time because you can't really get in with a barber right now. So if you do end up cutting your hair and you want to send it to me, I can look at it and give any advice or any tips that I have, or even if you want to hit me up before you cut your hair, just to ask any questions you might have. I'm more than happy to help out in any way that I can. I'm usually pretty good about getting back to people who comment, people who reach out to me on Instagram. So by all means, reach out if you have any questions at all, and I'll do my best to answer them. But now here I'm just doing some detail work in that back area. I'm kind of just playing with the lever, using my corners to work out any dark spots that I see. Tried to show the back as much as I could. I've gotten so many comments about what about the back? How do you do the back? But it's important to note that the steps are the exact same, whether you're doing the sides, the back, it's all the same. So just pay attention to the steps that you can see, and just replicate them for the back. It's really challenging to cut the back to begin with, but when you throw filming into the mix, it just makes it that much harder. And I don't really have any professional equipment or anything like that. I literally just use my iPhone. In this video, I have my iPhone taped up to my wall, so that's kind of what I'm working with, but hopefully I can get some better stuff as my channel grows and whatnot. But this is the final cut. I just want to give a shout out to Self-Cut Systems. They sent me, I believe this is their newest model of the Self-Cut system. You can kind of see it there in the background, and I was really impressed with it. It really just helped me to give myself a better haircut because I could see everything a lot better. So thank you so much for hooking me up with that, Self-Cut Systems. And anyway guys, I hope you really enjoyed the video. I hope you learned something, and as always, let me know in the comments what other videos you want to see, and I'll catch you in the next one.